was trying to get everyone's attention, and I realized I'm 4 feet tall. I got the tallest guy in the room. Yeah, we're going to start getting everyone upstairs. So if people want to start making their way to the 10th floor, that'd be great. We're going to start the program with the dinner really soon.
Were here last year. Can I get a small round of applause? Welcome back. This past year has been unique, to say the least. Despite difficult challenges, it's presented an opportunity for our community to progress. The most defining moments for a community can be when they're faced with obstacles. Obstacles that require hard and defining choices. This past year, I've seen the power of 3 choices. The choice to step up, the choice to step in, and the choice to step out. The choice to step up came through the night the first Muslim ban executive order was issued, and I got a panicked phone call from a friend asking me to find an Arabic translator for an Iraqi refugee that was set to land that night at JFK. My first call, of course, was to Amira Shuman, who's sitting right over there, and Khalid, to try to find an Arabic translator. And within an hour, they had dispatched students to JFK.
I just want to say that I thank you for the work that you do, especially you people here at the IC Center at NYU. I know that you're all very brilliant people, you know, in the work that you do and the things that you achieve. I can only encourage you to continue to do that and make sure that as you shine in your own right, that you intentionally include Islam in your identity, have it inform your work as you do those 3 things.
ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها.
I realize that the most important thing within the Islamic tradition that is so embedded is to leave behind a legacy in the world that we are living in. To be able to impact people from a wide variety of different backgrounds, using all of that in terms of which inspires us.
And I had this realization actually earlier this year, a very strange realization. Somebody asked me in a very earnest way, who do you identify as your people? And I tried to take it seriously, and I said, my people are the people who actually don't think I'm, let me say it a different way. The people who I thought were my people don't see me as their people. I grew up with mostly Hispanics, white people, black people in San Antonio. Those were our friends. And my brother's sitting here. Those were our friends. And especially after 9/11, we realized very quickly that the people that we saw ourselves a part of was not how people perceived us.
And in the 13th century, there was a great scholar in Egypt named Al-Kharafi. And introduced into Egypt was a drink. It was a brown drink. It was hot. I'm sure we all know what it is. And he was asked, as a scholar what he thought about al-qahwa. Now, qahwa actually in Arabic means an alcoholic drink in the old days, so it was initially kind of scared, qahwa, but then they said, no, it's not the qahwa that, people drink to get intoxicated. This is from Yemen. So he drank it, and then he was asked about what he thought a few weeks later, and he said, I really don't know the ruling for it, but it keeps me awake at night and allows me to study.
The story of an immigrant, the story of coffee, and why we as consumers need to understand how much power we have. That when we buy that cup of coffee in the morning, we have an option, a choice. Either we will exploit someone or uplift them. And when we decide to go cheap on things, someone's going to pay a consequence to that. And that goes with the clothes we wear, the food we drink, and the electronics that we use. And it's really intense, this book journey that just started with me. This is my first tour of it. And alhamdulillah, we made it on the New York Times bestseller list. Found that out yesterday.
Thank you both so much. I think the two of them represent to me a lot of just what I've been thinking about in the last few weeks. And hearing everybody that's come up onto this stage, I think the reflections for me are just more so around what does it mean to be an individual as well as a community of real love. And to have sisters like this, as well as brothers and sisters like you all, to know that in moments that are heavy, as well as moments that are light, that there's going to always be people you can turn towards. And I think that's what we come to celebrate here. But I would say that as we move forward beyond this night of celebration, it's not about what is it that we're going to do, but how are we going to ensure that we keep doing, you and I, what it is that we have been doing. And every tomorrow, we just do it better and better and better. Where you can sit in spaces and recognize the value of a good friend and share a smile that is so genuine that it is that sadaqah, that charity that the beloved sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam spoke about. That you can sit in spaces diverse in terms of race, ethnicity, and class. People of all walks of life, whether you are Muslim or of other faiths, and you share this space with us. That all just stems from real love, real compassion. In the sense that it's not about how we keep people out the way that a lot of this world functions. But what is it that we're going to do to just let people in?